to Kuigar, my friends and family. This is Hero Noxxus signing live onto the HoloNet, and this time it's actually live, like for real, for real. So we just got our 50th sub, and we are currently actually live. Man, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be talked about with Star Wars. Some of the biggest things are all of this, how do I explain this? There's only one way really to kind of explain it, which is the main issue of what's considered canon and what's considered legends. There's a lot of stuff being pulled from legends into canon, which I'm really enjoying. I'm hoping that some of the rumors are true about George Lucas possibly returning, buying back Lucas. If he does that, like I said in my last video, he'll have the option of kind of pushing episode 7, 8, 9 into what is considered legends, and then he could bring the Thrawn trilogy to canon. Now, there's also some issues with bringing the whole Thrawn trilogy to canon because obviously Thrawn dies. And no, I'm not going to sit here and say spoiler warning for a video that is not a video, but a... How's it going, DJ? I'm just doing a live right now. That way I could do a quick recording and I don't have to do like separate videos. But this live will be going up as well. So yeah, what Lucas could do is like, how's it going, Hollows? So what Lucas could do is he could end up taking episode 7, 8, 9, put them into what we consider legends, and then take the Thrawn trilogy, bring the whole Thrawn trilogy. Thank you for the likes, guys. Welcome, chat, everyone. Right now I'm just trying to do a kind of pre-recording so that I can launch it sometime tomorrow. Welcome to the live. So anyway, as I was saying, what Lucas could do is once he gets Star Wars back, if the rumors are true this year, which they come out every year, Lucas is probably going to be... How's it going, Tamackle? I mean, the rumors come out every year that Lucas is going to buy Star Wars back, right? So if he does, let's say these rumors are true this year, let's say Disney's totally fed up with Star Wars, let's say Lucas actually does miss it, which with his museum, he might want to buy Star Wars back. I don't know. So if he does, we will have episode 7, 8, 9 pushed into Legends. We'll have the Thrawn trilogy come out, which means we'll have the Solo kids. And maybe, just maybe, Lucas will hopefully bring out the Old Republic. Now, if he brings out the Old Republic, that means we will have quite a bit of different eras to get into. There's a guy called Holocron Archives. He does a lot of AI stuff, and he's really good. Yeah, I do smoke, man. I do. But Holocron Archives brings out a lot of the Jedi, Jedai. He brings out their order. He brings out the original Sith. He brings out the Rakatan. That's all stuff that Lucas, once he takes over Star Wars again, if he does, that's all stuff that Lucas could cover. Now, if he does decide to, he's going to do it right, because obviously he's going to go by what's already written in the extended universe. And we already know that we want to have Keanu Reeves as Revan. Like, if Lucas is going to buy back Star Wars, if he's going to get into the Thrawn trilogy again, well, not the Thrawn, but if he's going to get into the extended universe, why not have Keanu Reeves as Revan? Just dye his hair jet black, and he'll be spot on for a good Revan. Some of the other issues that Disney, that Star Wars is facing, besides being under the whole Disney control, is even though Dave Filoni is in control, Kathleen Kennedy is still in Star Wars. They're not going to admit that she's still in Disney. She's still with Star Wars. They just took her out of the limelight. So I don't know how much say she has. How's it going, Makey? How you doing, man? I don't know how much say that she has. I'm hoping that Disney does limit how much say that that Kathleen Kennedy has, because Dave Filoni's good at one thing. He's good at animation. I can't knock him for that. What I can knock Dave Filoni for is I can knock Dave Filoni for not being as good as he is in animation with his live action. His live action is horrendous. Even in animation, he focuses too much on Ahsoka. Ahsoka has become kind of like his like Mary Sue. So if you really want to put it that way, that's kind of how I view Ahsoka. But she's still a decent character, don't get me wrong. I mean, I enjoyed Ahsoka season 1. She was a good friend, Mickey. She was a real good friend, man. She was always by Anakin's side. There's a really good what if theory by I call him PPSW, but his full name is Pente Patrol Star Wars. He has a what if Ahsoka left the Order and Anakin followed. And he has a few other good what ifs, like what if Qui-Gon survived? What if Qui-Gon left the Order, took Anakin with him? How's it going, chat? What am I doing after the stream, Mickey? Probably just gonna sit here and smoke stuff that can't be on stream. So, yeah, I'm gonna be just chilling, probably watching some. I'm gonna see if Holocron Archives put his new video out. In all honesty, if he put his new video out, we're gonna be watching that. Holocron Archives is probably one of my most favorite 3D, not 3D, but AI developers. And I got to talk with him during one of his live launches. He's a really, really nice dude. He's over there in Europe, and he started putting out stuff in American time zone for us. Like, he always drops around like 4 to 5 o'clock p.m., and he said it's because he gets more views from the Americans than he does the Europeans. And I used to, like, I hate to say this, but he would admit it as quick as I would. I used to bash the dude because his stuff was not lore accurate. It was like just like a fantasy of like, hey, if I owned Star Wars, this is what it would look like. And then he started really doing awesome stuff. Which one is your favorite, Mickey? But yeah, Holocron Archives would he would do some wild stuff, and he's really starting to bring it back to what Star Wars looks like, and that's why I like his AI stuff. Oh yeah, Mickey, I like the cartoon. I like the Clone Wars is one of my favorites, but I have to give it to Filoni. He did a good job with the Darth Maul stuff. His Darth Maul stuff is, it's kind of like what's holding the whole franchise together right now, in all honesty. So you got Darth Maul Shadow Lord, which is one of the cartoons. It's the newest one. Then you got Clone Wars, which is one of the older ones. Star Wars Rebels took place right after Clone Wars. And then you have Bad Batch. Bad Batch was another good one because it focused mostly on the clones. But even if you don't have much love for Star Wars itself, and I tell all my friends this, like, I got a lot of friends that are like, oh, Star Wars is for nerds. I got them into Clone Wars, and I got them into the Force Wars. And the Force Wars take place like 10,000, 15,000 years before the Battle of Yavin or BBY. Darth Vader's your favorite character? He's really good. My favorite character out of all of them, it used to be like Vader Anakin, and then I learned about Darth Marr, Marr. So Darth Marr is a character that he was totally for the Empire, and he wanted to see his Empire succeed. So what he did was he started kind of working with the Jedi in secrecy. And he's like, hey, listen, we're going to make a truce, and we kind of want to work together because we have this threat come out. And like whatever the newest threat was, he would get with the Jedi, and they would join forces. They'd work together. And, you know, he stopped a lot of wars from happening too, Darth Marr did. So when Marr finally died, he was, see, to become a Force ghost, you got to be pure of heart. But Darth Marr was so pure, and he looked out for his people so much that I guess the Force allowed him to be a Force ghost. And he started working with Satele Shan, which is Bastila Shan's mom, which is, or no, it's her grandma, and she's the wife of Revan. But Vader is a very good written character if you get into the comics. The comics really do him well. Because he still keeps, if you like Anakin for the fact that Anakin Skywalker led from the front lines. He never led from the back like any other general. If you like Anakin, and if you like Vader, because Vader's this all-powerful guy, Vader also leads from the front lines in a lot of the comics. So, like, you would get, oh, shit. I can't think of where it was. There's a comic that Vader has to go to an icy planet again. And it's not Hoth, it's a whole nother planet. But he brings Vader's fist, or the 501st. He brings them out with him. And he's the first one to get off the Empire version of the LAAT, which the LAAT is a, I don't know how to show pictures or anything, but so anyway, the LAAT is the dropship that they use in Star Wars Episode 1, Attack of the Clones. The Empire modifies it, and it has, I think a smaller hull capacity, but it could carry more, if that makes sense. So, like, you could have more men, or you could have more weaponry because it could carry more. But the benefit of the... What happened? Sorry, my dog freaked out for something. What happened? Come up here. You want to come up, say hi to chat? Come on, come up here, say hi to chat. That's Misu. She's my co-pilot. So, anyway, the Empire LAAT had armored side doors. Vader didn't even allow the pilot to open the side door. He used the force, slammed the door open, jumps off like 100 feet in the air, I think it is, or like 50 feet in the air, does his epic friggin' aura farming landing, ignites his lightsaber, charges, and his men are like probably a football field behind him. Like, by the time the LAAT lands, Vader gets out. Well, by the time Vader jumps and the LAAT lands and allows the men to jump off, they're probably about a football field behind Vader. That's like that's the reason why I started liking Vader, is because of how Anakin was in the Clone Wars. And then the comics really display, and they display a mix of Vader and Anakin. They display Anakin's like, hey, I'm going to lead from the front, but they also display Vader's true, hey, you know, I'm going to be ruthless. I'm going to kill whoever's in my path. It doesn't matter if it's the 501st, which he's done multiple times. There was a comic where he returned to the Jedi Temple, and I forgot if it was a Force sensitive, but there was somebody in the temple with Vader. Troops didn't know about it. I think it was like he was supposed to find a Force sensitive. 501st was like, oh, hey, we're on it. So they go into the temple and they start blasting everywhere because they see a big old cape, which is Vader, of course, standing in the window. But they see this big old cape bellowing, start blasting at him. They don't even realize it's him. He jumps down and he starts just mutilating his 501st. And he looks at one of his leaders and he's like, basically saying, what the fuck should you do that for? And they're like, oh, we didn't realize it's you. We thought it was the Jedi that we were supposed to be going after. Well, it ends up turning out that I think either in the confusion, the Jedi, or it was actually Sith, they escaped. But either way, Vader either killed them or they escaped, and it leads on to the second continuation of the comic. So, yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about, Mickey. You know the exact scene I was talking about, 70 feet, you're right. It was a stupid amount of feet that Vader just jumps out, and his men are like, could we follow him? And Clone Commander Appo's sitting there, and he's like, if you jump from this height, you're going to die. You know that. And all the other clones are like, how the hell do we follow him then, sir? And Appo's just sitting there like, we have to wait till we land. It's one of the more comical and better wholesome scenes we get out of Vader comics. Then there's the Ochi Bestoon comics. There's a bunch of other ones with, like, not a bunch, but there's a few wholesome moments that you get. Ochio Bestoon is definitely one of them. Anyway, I just wanted to jump on here just to maybe get some new subs. Maybe, I don't know, try to start this streaming thing. Yeah, I mean, if you're still here, Mickey, feel free to keep commenting. I'll keep chatting with you, man. So to fill up dead air, because I know nobody's in here, we're going to go back to the original topic, which was kind of talking about, honestly, one of my favorite YouTubers, Holocron Archives. I'm sorry, I'm just getting my bearings and everything. So Holocron Archives, like I said, I used to kind of bash the guy, the poor guy. I used to bash the poor guy a lot. I really did. And he really didn't deserve it. So, so the reason anyway, sorry about that. I was starting up the Q&A. That way, maybe we could get some more people into the live, hopefully. So as I was saying, since nobody's here, now I could freely talk a little bit without having to worry about chat too much. Holocron Archives, that's what we were talking about. Holocron Archives, totally, easily, one of my favorite AI devs. The dude is so locked in. The dude is hyper-focused. Just an awesome, awesome dude. I don't know if any of my subscribers are going to see this. If you happen to, please check out Holocron Archives. And, tell them Star Wars Explained sent you over there. Let them know we're showing them some love from this community. Yeah, right now we're just kind of vibing, kind of chilling, trying to figure out what to really talk about. I mean, I know the channel is Star Wars Explains, but we could always sit here and talk about a bunch of other stuff too. But so we have a lot of things that we could do with Star Wars, Disney especially. I'm hoping we start getting more people into Star Wars itself that care about Star Wars, such as people like Star Wars Theory, Holocron Archives, myself. And, I can't sit here and be like, oh, look at me, I'm one of the best Star Wars people out there, this, that, and the other thing. I know what I know. I know what I don't know. And I'm not one of the best out there for knowledge. But what I do know is a lot of deeper details into stuff like the Old Republic, the Clone Wars era. I could dive deep into that. Now, there's characters like Zim and all that I don't know who they are. I mean, the Old Republic is such a great time period to explore too. And the reason why is because even though we have a video game based off it, there's so much more that could be expanded on it. Like, what did Darth Maul do after he was a Force Ghost? I don't think the Old Republic expanded off that. Oh no, chat. Just kind of sitting here, vibing, chilling. I might get my laptop up. Maybe have some Star Wars stuff playing in the background while we're sitting here bullshitting. I was just watching Stupendous Wave before I jumped on live. What I should do is write a list of some of my favorite channels. That way you guys could see who I watch, where I get my info, etc. And if you guys want to watch them, I mean, I could list off, right now, I could list off like Stupendous Wave, Star Wars Theory, Holocron Archives, Geetsly, Eckhart's Ladder, PPSW, for What Ifs. There's another guy besides Geetsly and Eckhart's. I just can't think of his name right now. And then, of course, you got Chris Talks Legends for Thrawn AI stuff. I mean, his is all right. It's not as good as Holocron Archives. Let's see, we got some Tectone stuff, JD Delay, Star Wars Theory Plus uploaded Ahsoka Season 2. Eckhart's Ladder did a really good coverage of Ahsoka Season 2 trailer. Y'all should definitely drop by Eckhart's Ladder and check out that video if you are a Ahsoka fan. Now, we have Geetsly. Geetsly might be the one I'm thinking of, in all honesty. Because there's Geetsly, Eckhart's Ladder, Stupendous Wave, Star Wars Theory, and then there's somebody. I thought there was somebody else.
Among other things, the Galactic Empire.
I thought there was somebody else with a. I thought there was somebody else with a.
That was known for its love of enormous and incredibly destructive war machines, sometimes to its own detriment. While the most
Meta Nerds. That's who I'm thinking of. Meta Nerds. There we go. So we got for the actual YouTubers that I watch for lore, we got Meta Nerds, Geetsly. Then you got Eckhart's Ladder, Star Wars Theory, which he's kind of gotten more into the political side of Star Wars, kind of boring as shit. Stupendous Wave is probably still one of the top tiers. You got Darth Lord Dash, or I think his name is now Darth Zash. He does some really good Old Republic coverage if you're watching this. And let me see, let me get his actual YouTube channel up. Could have sworn it was channel. Give me one sec. Darth. Sash YouTuber. What the was his name? Darth Zash, the YouTuber. Son of a bitch. I can't remember his name. I could have sworn. Oh, fuck. That's it. Dark Side Dash. If you look up Dark Side Dash, he has another channel called Dash Star Discusses. Sorry about my arm being in the way. I'm still trying to make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is right, dude. Hold on.
You're allowed to be divided and say you like or don't like something without being toxic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm thinking of.
Did you know Star Wars
Yep.
Knights of the Old Republic?
That's who I'm thinking of is Dark Side Dash. One of my other... Hey, welcome to the chat. Sorry about... Okay, cool. Just bouncing. But, yeah, Dark Side Dash, definitely another great YouTuber. He's one of my favorite Old Republic YouTubers. Definitely covers the Old Republic better than most. Go. I gotta try to connect my headphones. Bluetooth is on. Add a device. There we go. These bad boys up. We connected to that chat. We connected to the Bluetooth. And I apologize for my hand being in the way. So we're just going to tap into the YouTubes real quick. See what we got talking about Star Wars. See if there's any new news. We're going to tap into the old YouTube archives right now real quick, boys. Just do a general... Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do a live reaction real quick. Well, hold on. How come it's not? Yeah, there we go. All right, let me restart this. I know I can't show this on stream, so we're going to react to it and I'll describe what's going on. Looks like we got a few X-Wings, a bunch of clones, or stormtroopers, actually. Okay, we got Thrawn coming back. I mean, This trailer ain't that good, in all honesty. So in this trailer, nope, never mind. Never mind, I lied. Or I was gonna lie. We're gonna get real life rebels. It's okay. I'm cool with that. Hey, what up? Welcome to chat. Right now, I'm just watching the Ahsoka, the new Ahsoka trailer. Sorry for my arm being in the way. There's a part I'm trying to rewind to because I really want to cover it. So, there's a good space battle that pops up right here. I just seen somebody join chat. It looks like we're gonna have a bunch of flagships fighting Imperial Star Destroyers. That's gonna be interesting. I mean, the trailer's all right. The trailer wasn't anything like, hold on, Star Wars Mall. First trailer. So my reaction for the teaser trailer for Mall Shadow Lord was a lot better. And it's been a while since I watched the trailer. Okay, we get a few LAATs. We have Maul as the voiceover, of course. Okay. Yeah, I like this trailer a lot better than Ahsoka's. This has a lot of hype behind it. You get to see, well, obviously, if you've never seen it, you get to see Devin. And she's got a lightsaber. Then Maul comes out with his double-bladed. Yeah, the Ahsoka was way more hype, in all honesty, chat. Like, in all honesty, Ahsoka was way more hype. I mean, I guess I'm looking forward to Ahsoka Season 2, but, you know, at this point, it's just whatever, chat. More looking forward to Maul Season 2. Star Wars Theory made a 10-minute reaction. I mean, I already heard Eckhart's probably not going to watch Star Wars because he'll probably agree with me. Fuck it, I'll just watch it. All right, we'll put this on 2 times. Yeah, chat. I mean, honestly, even like watching theories. Even watching Theory's reaction, like there was one part where he perked up. Hold on, chat. Trying to find it. He perked up for Roaring McKen, and that's really it. Like, wait, what? General Grievous? Who's he calling General Grievous? This is an interesting find I didn't even see. Hold up. Oh, he's calling, okay. He's calling Hu Yang General Grievous because Hu Yang has, like, the same amount of arms. So, with the Ahsoka Season 2 trailer, Star Wars theory is right. They really do lean into the flashbacks for Anakin, and it's kind of sad that they have to. I don't want to say it's kind of sad. Don't get me wrong, Chad. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer here, but it's just a shame when they have to give such a callback to something like, you know, the show's supposed to be about Ahsoka. You shouldn't have to have so many Anakin flashbacks to make a show about Ahsoka good. Which, yes, I get it. I get Ahsoka was a big part of Anakin's life and vice versa, but you don't have to show a whole trailer's worth of just flashbacks with him. Is the Ahsoka show turning into the Anakin show? Is it, you know, I don't know what's going on. It's all I know is I'm hoping that we get Maul Season 2. I don't know. The future of Star Wars has been very, very shit lately. It will continue to probably be shit. But the good thing is we have things like Maul Shadow Lord to look forward to. Anyway, chat. Been about almost an hour. Been about 45 minutes. Before I jump off, go to Holocron Archives. Show them some love. Anyway, I'm going to get out. Have a good night. Suku, my friends.